We're unlimited. When we work together, there's no way we won't be strong. Unlimited. We're here for each other. We've got my back. I'm where I belong. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together.
And everyone go ahead and roll in the tower, a d20.
That reminds me to move my tower.
Wait, you can move the tower?
Yeah, right-click it, and there's an unlock position, so you can move the tower from its very poorly placed location. I stick it right next to my dice, so you don't have to drag it very far. The only catch with that is it won't remember your tower position next time you log in, so you have to move it every time. But
Yeah, that's a shame you can't save the UI. I think there's something for the windows, what that Tim was talking about. I've seen everybody except for Aleran.
Sorry, was tinkering with position.
everyone's like, oh, you can move it, so everyone moves the tower.
Okay. So some of you have loot karma this week, but we might not actually get to a place where we can use it. So over the past 2 sessions, you've been handling this salvage operation job. You were hired directly by Renarja Thorani, who's now the harbor master of Korthos Island. He actually hired you for his friend, Baudry Cardamon? Baudry Cartamon. And as you were leaving Korthos to head off on this mission, Brighton and Nissha both left the party on individual pursuits, but they both had experiences while they were away that drove them back to the party. In the process, Nissha made a deal with Lars Hayton where she could use his airship to catch up with you guys. In exchange, Lars wants the party to explore the old research and development wing of the abandoned Cannith manufactory. Brighton, for reasons of his own, also wants to investigate the research and development wing of the manufactory, so he came along to retrieve the rest of you, putting aside his feelings about working for elves for the time being. They both arrived on the airship, and the whole party was reunited on the Emperor of the Waves, and you continued to delve toward the lower hold in search of the cargo that Baudry Cardamon is desperate to retrieve in order to reverse his fortunes, as he's being continuously beleaguered by the bugbear Hazadil, a rival merchant. Along the way, the party fought more spider crabs, because those are the best, and you saved a couple prisoners from a Sawagan priestess of the Devourer, who seemed to be feeding them, with the assistance of the spider crabs, to some sort of aberration. The party reached the lower hold, located Baudry's chest, only to hear a bombardment occurring outside the ship. And inside, several drowned, rotting zombies rose up out of the water, attracted and disturbed by the sound, and attacked the party. As you fought them off, one of the drowned ones came into contact with Brighton, and they gave him some sort of disease. His skin is already showing some signs of bluish boils where he was touched. But you were able to successfully dispatch the creatures. Just as that happened, the Emperor was hit by a ballista arrow and began to take on water. Now it's up to the party to escape the ship with the cargo alive.
I quit.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
I'm sharing the map again, just in case everybody didn't have it open. You're in the cargo hold.
And we have located the chest, but we're trying to figure out a way to get it
You
out.
have located the chest. The chest is quite heavy.
I think we were discussing basically lowering a rope down from the main deck and trying to hoist it up last time when we left.
And the ship is also taking on water. So there's a crack in the side of the cargo hold, and you see water. You know, it's not like an onslaught gush at the moment, but you can see it's definitely taking on water, so your time is running out. And you imagine that within a matter of minutes, the water in the hold may be too deep for Brighton and Izzy to stand.
And this is way too large to fit in Brighton's handy sack, isn't it?
It is. It is. And the handy sack is currently still full of the wine that you got from
Right, that
Riverwide
crate of expensive
Tallow
wine.
or whatever. Tallow Stoutfield
Yep.
and his dad Riverwide. It took both Pants and Brighton together to carry this, to move the chest along.
What I would suggest is that we all, with the exception of Pants, move to the top deck. We lower the rope down. Pants attaches it to the chest, and we haul it up. Being that Pants, worst case, even if he goes down with the ship, can walk his way to dry land eventually.
Again.
He could be used as like a marker for where the chest is.
Well, we'll drag the chest up to the main deck via the rope. Does that sound like a good plan?
At the bare minimum, the halflings and gnomes need to get out of the hold before, they're swimming. Even before it was already taking on water, it was chest deep, and it was difficult terrain.
Okay, then I think we should all move up. I guess the question is Pants, how do I put this nicely? Is he smart enough to know how to tie the rope to the chest without without it coming off?
I want to say yes.
What's your rope skill, Pants?
Don't have a rope skill. Let's see. What would that entail?
I'm
as
thinking
far
it would
as,
be a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Most likely.
that would be a +1.
Could I use Mage Hand to tie the rope around it from above?
Yes. If you open up all of the ports and have like visibility.
Okay.
You see that little dotted line where Brighton and Pants is standing right now?
So basically, on our way up, we need to open up the hatch on the.
And that was something we encountered. Like, Pants has already quite conveniently broken the hatch from the main deck to the lower deck. But where you right above you right now, there is still a hatch between the lower deck and your cargo hold. That was bolted from the top side to prevent anything from getting out of this cargo hold. Perhaps the drowned ones that you were fighting. So yeah, you would have to go to the lower deck above this one, but you should be able to remove the bolts and remove that hatch.
Okay, I think that's what we should do. Everyone in agreement?
Yeah, I'm
Kinda
fine with
quiet.
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
So
I'm thinking Brighton should move to that second hatch because I don't know with the ship sinking now that we have time to worry about removing the bolts. We should just smash the door so that we can pull the chest up.
Well, I think everyone but Pants should probably head to the second and then up to the top.
you would probably have to form like some kind of human pyramid or something. Somebody would have to give somebody a boost to try to attack the hatch from the underside.
No, but if we
No,
do it
we
from
would
this,
go to the second deck
But yeah,
and
if you
then,
went to second deck, it'd be no
destroy the.
problem.
yes,
Because the bolts were not, they were not stuck. It was just simply bolted, like they had to be removed. And you guys chose to take the stairs down instead of opening up that hatch last time.
and the one from the main deck down to that second level is
That's the one
is
that
already
Pants
broken
already
open.
destroyed. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the second, I guess, to the second deck and open up that hatch, and then work our way back up to the first floor or to the main deck.
And Pants is going to stay down here.
Yep.
Now you'll have to use, we're in initiative, so you're going to have to move using round movement per round.
Okay.
So everybody
think
can
that's where I
progress back towards the top, the next deck. We'll keep it in order. I guess, well, we left it on Zaleria because she got the killing. Oh yeah, she was the last one to attack because she killed off the last round one. So that
Okay.
means technically it would be Pants would be the first one to move, but since he's staying put, where does that get us? Oh, that puts us
Aleran,
back
how
at the
much
top.
rope? How much rope do you have in inventory?
I have quite a bit actually because no one took the rest of it out of the party sheet. I
Yeah,
have
but we need.
I have 150 feet of rope.
Yeah, like there was a lot of rope available at the beginning.
Yeah,
I have
but
100
if
feet
they're
as
on the
well.
top deck and we're on the bottom deck, we need him to take the rope with him to lower it down to us.
You will need at least two 50-foot things of rope tied together to reach the cargo hold.
All right. Well, there's 100 feet for whoever needs it in the party
And there's
inventory.
apparently some treasure still in the party inventory that you can pick up out in this cargo hold or leave it to the waves.
And I have 100 feet of rope in my inventory as well.
So
I think
yes, that's
we
plenty
should
of
be
rope
okay.
to do this operation.
Okay.
Well, then I will take my rope back then. Me.
All right, so I need to move, and I am
I'm going.
half movement.
Yes. You can move
If he
15
dash,
feet. Or you can dash. You guys can totally dash it as your action. And I'm just going to assume that this chest it takes two people to carry it because of bulk purposes, not weight purposes.
I have to check something on that actually. Oh, okay, yeah. Because Warforged Juggernaut, powerful build, says you count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift. So that's unaffected by that then.
All right, it's Izzy's turn.
Oh wait, I overdid that because I wasn't giving her the terrain thing. Go ahead, Nissha. I'll move Kit Kat.
How many squares can we move?
For the halflings, they were difficult terrain. And if you're like where the boxes are, if you're walking over where the rubble is pictured on the map, that's also difficult terrain. But from where you are, you could, there's only one square that's difficult. So if you went around, you could do like totally 12 squares.
Okay.
If you're like dashing as your action.
Oh, I didn't think about doing that.
Okay. I think I counted that right.
Okay, Zaleria.
Okay, so I can dash, right?
You can dash, and if you go around the rubble, you can move 12 squares. If you cut through the rubble, each one of those counts as 2 squares of movement. But with like a dash, you can go up to 12 squares.
All right, I'm done.
Pants is standing around.
Staying put.
And at this point, there's another crash against the hold. The crack in the side widens. Another crack where another hole has been hit by a ballista splits the cargo hold open between Kit Kat and Izzy. Brighton, roll a deck save.
All right, give me just a sec.
And you can do it with advantage because you're within reach of the ladder. You managed to hold on to the ladder, but the crack between where Izzy and Kit Kat are is wide enough that they've gotten sucked through the hole in the side of the ship into the water.
Bye, guys.
Okay, Nissha. This also means that the water is filling more rapidly in the cargo hold below. Did I delete the wrong person? I thought I deleted. I'm not sure why Izzy's still on the map. Aleran? Did you move already?
No, I haven't moved yet. Question for you: if I want to move at normal pace so that I still have a turn to use to open the bolts, how many squares is that? Is it 6?
It's 6, so you can reach the bolts and unbolt them. Because that's like using an
Okay.
item as a free action.
Okay. I want to unbolt the hatch. Do I need to roll anything for that, or is it just a
No.
basic action?
It's just it's not like it's not stuck or anything like that. You're just basically it's the same thing as picking up an item. All
Okay.
you have to do is flip the bolt, pull it back, and you've unlatched the grate. You won't be able to pick it up until next turn, or someone else will have to pick it up.
Okay.
What are you going to do, Zaleria?
I'm just gonna move over to where everyone else is.
Oh, that's in the room. You'll have to move over like 1 square to the right.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like you teleported.
Yeah, into a different.
Into one of the spider crab nope rooms.
I think that was the room where the priestess was sleeping.
Question: is the chest directly underneath the hatch, or should Pants move the chest so that it's underneath the hatch?
It's underneath the hatch.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my action to stay put and wait for a rope to drop down from the top deck.
And that puts us back at the top again. Brighton. It's a good thing the ladder is there. The water is rising, and it's definitely over the top of your head now if you didn't have the ladder to cling to.
Got it. So total movement, is it still difficult terrain
No.
or no?
No, so you can move 5 squares, or you could dash for 10.
Okay. Okay.
Nissha, when it's your turn, can you remove the grate?
Sorry, yes. I'm going to use my action to actually remove the grate and set it aside before I start moving up to the upper deck by the stairs so that we can pull it to the top deck once it's up to the second floor or whatever deck.
All right.
Okay, Mage Hand has a limitation of 30 feet, so I am going to cast Mage Hand and send it down with. Basically, I'm going to take my 2 lengths of rope, tie them together, and send one end down with Mage Hand to tie the knot around the chest so that it can be pulled up.
Okay. Pants will probably have to wrap the
Lift
rope
it.
around the chest.
Okay, so I lower the rope down uh, for Pants to do that. I guess his next turn.
And so then once he has it like
Well,
looped around the chest, you could use Mage Hand to knot it up.
Okay, and then I'll use Mage Hand the next turn to send the rope up to the main deck.
But it's like Mage Hand. I guess what I was trying to say is that Mage Hand can't move the chest so that you could wrap the rope around it. You will need Pants to assist you with that part.
No, that makes sense. Okay, so I guess that's my turn is basically tying the 2 lengths of rope together and lowering one end down to Pants and letting him know that I need him to wrap it around the chest.
and since I had held my action for exactly that action, that point,
That's what I was thinking
Ah, okay.
when you held your action.
bingo.
Right.
So,
All right. So can I go ahead and cast Mage Hand then before I end my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I cast Mage Hand to tie a secure knot around the chest.
And Pants assists you.
Okay, and I'm still holding on to one end of the rope, which I will pass up to Nissha next turn.
Okay. Or pass up, or is she dropping a rope down? so that you can tie him in the middle?
I figured I'd use Mage Hand to carry it up to her on the main deck, and she could grab it and then
Raise
hold
the
on
rope
to it
that
until
way.
Yes.
The rope is 50 feet?
I guess it depends on the distance. I thought we
He said
needed
Yeah,
more
it'll
than
be-
50 feet.
It was 100 feet of rope.
It's 100 if you've tied 2 of the ropes. Each rope is like 50
That was the
feet.
first thing. Well, that was the first thing he said before casting Mage Hand was that he tied the 2 in the middle.
Okay.
Are we concerned there's a weight issue there?
No. I was just wanting to make sure that you had it tied already so that it's actually going to make the distance. So Zaleria, okay.
Okay, so we're trying to. Has the grate already been broken open?
Yeah, the grate has already been opened. They've removed it. They've got a rope dropped down. It's been tied around the chest. So at this point, it's basically everybody except for Aleran, I guess, is aiming towards the top deck.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to the top deck then.
Wait, are you dashing?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Let me check something.
Wait, is it this top, like the top ones that would
You're
come out?
in the stairs. Yeah. You can move like 2 more squares, I think. Toward the door.
Is this like the little white box?
Yeah, that
thing
little
that
white
it-
rectangle below you is the door. And actually, it's busted open. I forgot that part. It had been blockaded by spider webs last time, but Brighton and Nissha busted the door down because you guys were in there being attacked by spider crabs and screaming like, Pants screaming like a girl.
I forgot about that part.
So that doorway is actually open. So Zaleria, what you can see is there are still the people you rescued from the webs are kind of still collapsed on the top deck, weakened. You can also hear Bambershoot, and Bambershoot is giving off the alarm call that you guys established before. And you can see that Bambershoot is not alone.
Okay. Do I know like who's with him, or do I just know he's not
I'm
alone?
setting it up, so I'll tell you.
Okay.
It's okay, just use Dude Fiero.
There's some blood-tied pirates on the top deck. And while you guys were below deck, Bambershoot had charged 2 of them. I guess he's been doing the alarm call the whole time you guys were downstairs out of earshot. And I guess he took it upon himself to charge and beat down these pirates while you guys were coming.
Well, I would expect nothing less, but I am a little worried about him.
he charged one of pirate number 2 and knocked him prone and did some damage.
I have to ask, is the alarm call of the elk that cry of the baby elk that we heard before?
Yeah. Like, oh, kind of mournful warbling. And now that you're in the doorway, Bambershoot sees you and he stops crying because you're there. But
All right,
Zaleria, you know that there are pirates who have boarded the ship.
Okay, if I like yell downstairs to people, could they hear me?
Nissha can hear you.
Okay, I'm
Everybody
gonna
else
shout
would have
like,
to do a perception.
okay, I'm gonna shout and say, "There's pirates!"
Okay. I'm like, all the silence is killing me.
Well, I mean, those of us who can't hear.
You could have rolled perception. I mean, I guess the odds of pants here are pretty slim, but anyone can roll perception. Nissha hears.
Eh,
Pants and Aleran, you both can hear the shout that there's pirates. And Brighton heard it too.
pirates, no, that's not good.
Pie.
But from the bottom deck, Pants will just continue to assist the mage hand in wrapping rope around the chest.
All right, so that's Zaleria's turn because you used all of your movement.
Yeah.
So that means it's pirate number 4's turn. And because this elk just charged, he's going to try to take a swap at Bambershoot with his cutlass. And he misses. He gets 2 attacks. Oh, and I just remembered that these pirates have pack tactics.
Does
So,
pack tactics still apply if your if
oh, you
ally
know
is
what?
prone?
I think it doesn't because I think prone will count as incapacitated, so let's say he doesn't.
Because the whole point is, having an ally harry the opponent from another side, which you can't really do on your butt.
All right, so he makes a normal attack. And he again misses because I rolled 2 7s.
You roll like Culkin.
I do. And now it's Pants' turn.
Continue to tie the rope.
You hear an additional sound. It doesn't hit, there's no impact on the Emperor of the Waves. But you can now hear more clearly now that many of you have moved up higher in the ship and that the grates are open. There's another sound of cannon fire happening in the distance outside of this vessel. And there's a sound of impact, but it's nothing that hits the Emperor.
Have we established what direction this fire is coming from port or starboard?
It is neither port nor starboard exactly. Well,
Is it more of an up?
when I have this map kind of transposed, I guess technically the ships are like the Emperor is turned the opposite direction that it's turned right now, the map you're looking at. So if like you flipped and reversed it, that would actually be the direction of everything. And so the ballistas are hitting from the port side. And on the starboard side, that's the direction that the Soul of Winter, Renar's ship, was.
Okay, so basically flip the ship and then port and starboard, or as you described.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Too bad there's no rotate map function.
I know, right? Unless there is. Is there? Okay, and now it's Bambershoot's turn. Which is also Zaleria.
Yeah. So
So number 2, Pirate 2 is prone right now, which means you have advantage on attacks stomping him. And then, of course, there's Pirate number 4.
okay. Can he just act by himself, or do I have to, on my turn, tell him to attack?
You can have him, like, you can either attack someone or he can attack someone. You can't do both.
Wait, but it's his turn, so what?
Yeah,
Like,
and I guess under normal circumstances, you guys would have the same initiative. Maybe I should put an initiative for him that is the same as yours. Because that's the way that would normally be. If you're planning to attack
yeah, I want to
instead of
attack.
Bambershoot, okay, I'll just give him your initiative order. I wasn't really treating him as being in it because he was up on deck.
So on my turn, though, I want to attack, not
Okay.
him. So do I just?
You don't do anything for now.
Okay.
Unless you want him to move and try. He could, if he moved, he would invoke an attack of opportunity from Pirate 4.
I'm just gonna leave him where he is.
Okay. In that case, it's Brighton's turn.
Okay. Here I come to say. All right, I dashed. I'm done.
So pirates. Pirate number 1. Pirate number 1 does not notice that Zaleria has come up. So he's going to take his crossbow and he's going to try to shoot this giant elk. But he completely fumbles and he managed to snap the arrow he has in half. It's true. Pirate 1 failed to hear Zaleria yelling pirates.
Well, I mean, I just figured since he rolled a 1 on his attack, he rolled a 1 on his perception too.
Hey, I think he was like...
Well, there's cannon fire and ballista fire too.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
true too.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, cannon fire, ballista fire. And pirate number 1 just wasn't being an active listener. So he was so focused on shooting the elk that he didn't pick up any of these other cues.
Yeah, kind of targeted on the rampaging elk mashing his friends.
And Pirate 3 also failed to use his listening skills. So he's going to try to shoot Bambershoot. And he actually hits. He does 8 damage to Bambershoot. And then you hear Bambershoot let out a really loud call of alarm. Nissha.
Nissha did hear Zaleria say that there was pirates. She's like, finally. She puts on her veil and she runs up the rest of the stairs and out to attack pirate number 1. So she would end up right about there.
Yeah, you just make it within Pirate 1 range.
So I have to move my map over and stuff.
Ouch.
And then she's going to flip her scimitar very quickly and attack the second time.
Nice rolls.
Yes. And with 2 cuts, you slice that pirate into ribbons. He's down. And for all intents and purposes, dead meat.
So she runs out and she cuts down the first pirate and she yells at the rest, now I'm coming for the rest of you.
So now the pirates know that people are arriving. So pirate number 2, he gets up. He's no longer prone. And he's wary of being trampled by the elk. So he's going to try to move away, which means that Bambershoot can take an attack of opportunity against Pirate 2.
Okay, and he's just into Pirate 2.
He rams him. And gores him to death. Pirate number 2 is Hamburger. I guess he was right to be concerned. Aleran.
If I reposition myself around the corner here, can I have line of sight to attack pirate number 4 from below?
Yeah, if you position yourself around that opening, you can shoot from below. Do a ranged attack. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to cast Firebolt. Oh.
I'm sorry. I feel like Eldritch Knight is not living up to your expectations.
No, my rolls have just been miserable.
Because your rolls have just been cursed ever since level 3. Zaleria.
I'm gonna attack the pirate that's right next to my buddy because I don't want him.
Oh, wait. Did you mean to do that, or were you shooting him?
I meant to shoot him, but I just read short sword and somehow thought that said short bow, even though I don't have one. So
Even though you have a longbow?
yeah. Well,
Well,
maybe I should have attacked with my short sword.
you could have reached him if you'd like moved to be adjacent.
Yeah. Well, that was a fail. All right. Well, I guess it's my turn. Well, actually, I will move to the top of the stairs.
Where are you moving? Oh, those are outside.
Okay.
So the only way out of that room you're in is through the doorway where Nissha is. And those stairs you see are actually to get up to the forecastle deck.
Oh, okay. All right. I understand now. All right. That'll be all for my turn.
Okay. Bambershoot, he's done what he can do. Pirate number 4, hearing the commotion behind, aware that there are people up on the deck now, in addition to this giant elf, he decides to try to shoot at Nissha with his crossbow. "16 hits. And he does 9 damage with a crossbow bolt.
Ouch.
Pants,
Yeah,
how you doing, buddy?
I'm still. That's a good question. How secure is the how securely is the chest tied, or is he just continuing to like wrap it and wrap it and wrap it until it looks like a mummy?
Well, you'd already done the whole wrapping, and you did the wrapping your last turn, and so Laren's already tied it off. So you're just there with the chest, I guess, holding onto the rope. Did you wrap the rope around yourself at all? Because I know, like, on in recent vessel behavior, when you've been on a ship where you could fall off, you have tied yourself to masts and stuff.
I'm gonna go with sure that he did
Oh
a wrap
no, no,
around
no.
his waist and actually no because no that'll seriously increase the lifting capacity. So no, he's just gonna once he feels that or I should say this it how I would word this it, upon examining the wrap job and the job at this point, does Pants feel that the chest is secured to the rope?
He feels that the rope is securely tied from the best of Pants's, intuition. From his
Okay.
experience tying himself to the masts of ships in the hopes of not falling overboard and having to walk back to Korthos again. He thinks that these are decent knots that Aleran has done with his mage hand.
Okay. At that point, then I will proceed towards the ladder.
And as you move, Pants, you notice you're at well, you're just walking. I don't think this counts as difficult terrain unless you take the trashy side. But you do notice that the water is now up to your armpits.
Yep.
Assuming
All right. So
Warforged
yeah,
have armpits.
So take the dash action. That's 10. And that'll put me there for the end of my turn. And start heading up.
Alright, so you're secure by the ladder.
And that's my turn.
At this point, another ballista hits the vessel. And it is a critical hit. It blasts through the port side. Aleran, make a dex save.
Okay.
Wow.
I really hate this. So, while you're standing there, Aleran, you hear like this whistling sound of this giant arrow, and then slam! A ballista arrow crashes directly through the port side where you're standing, and you're unable to dodge out of the way fast enough because it's coming with such force and it's so large, and the piercing tip of it manages to hit you. And I'm trying to think, how does it does 43 damage to the boat, and I'm trying to think how much of that damage actually affects you. Let me do it like
I would think
a piercing
the
weapon.
boat would slow it down a good bit.
Yeah, let me treat it like a piercing weapon.
I guess the question would be, where specifically did it crash? Because you have two walls sitting there.
No, it
I mean,
crashed.
did
It crashed directly through. I wish I had. Oh, let me see if pencil. Up on this deck, it went through the wall. If you can see where I'm drawing.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Did it go straight through there, or did it like hit one of the wall?
It went straight through there, and Aleran was just happened to be there in pointy end range.
Incoming shrapnel damage.
I'm going to treat it like a javelin. Which isn't that bad. Because the tip of a javelin is only 6 damage, and unfortunately I rolled 6, but that's all you're going to take. The boat took 43 damage, you took 6.
Okay, we can manage that.
The boat is creaking, and you feel with this last attack that it's listing deeply to the side, and the ship is groaning.
It's listing to port, right?
It's listing to port even farther. You can feel the ship groan, and it's been juddering. Pants, from where you are, you can see that, okay, this is it. Like, water is just gushing now, because the amount that the cargo hold has filled with water to this point has been so significant. There's only like a teeny tiny foot between the air pocket and everything else is water. You feel like you're running out of time where this ship is going to be staying above water.
Yeah.
Now, you're not aware that there's another hole in the next deck up, are you? Where are you? Yeah, you haven't
Oh.
quite made it up far enough within visual range of that yet.
Well, holding onto the ladder, I'm sure you would have heard it and
You
kind of
felt it
felt the
though.
impact.
You felt the impact, and you don't see, like, from what you can tell, there aren't new holes. The water's just coming in, coming in, coming in, and it's gotten really, really high now. Like it would have been over your head if you were still standing and not like holding on to the ladder. But as soon as the ship, Aleran, from where you're standing now, injured with like the ballista point coming through the side of the ship's hull, you could see water now. Like you can see the surface of the water as the ship is leaning to the port side. And you can tell that if the ship goes down a couple more feet, it's going to start taking in water through this side of it too. And you're running out of time.
This is fine.
Okay. I yell up through the grate, hey, gotta move.
You also have some concerns that it's not necessarily a straight shot anymore, just lifting up through the port that through this great hole. Like the ship is leaning a little bit too much now. So you're gonna have to like kind of pull and guide it and treat it like one of those arcade games where you like try to pick up the toy you want with the crane. Make it through like the little a little hole or an obstacle course. It's not gonna be a straight let's pull it up.
Okay.
And with that fun, let me check.
Can I yell timber as a free action?
Yes, you can.
Because it's going down?
You can totally yell timber as a free action. So at this point, there's more cannon fire, but there's no sound of impact. Another cannon sounds, but there's no sound of impact. And we're back at Brighton.
All right, let me see what I'm gonna do. All right, tell me if I count this wrong. That 25?
One less. No, you're good.
All right, I am going to take a swing at pirate number 3. Yeah, pirate 3. Great axe, not raised.
All right, you hit with a 15. Right, and you slash. Effectively slash Pirate 3's head clear off.
That's right, I'm coming for you too! Is Pirate 4 intimidated yet?
Well, unfortunately for Pirate 4, it's Nissa's turn. Unless you had a bonus action. Did you have a bonus action?
I do not.
Yes, I'm gonna advance on Pirate 4 and attack him. And I'll use my bonus attack.
You're rolling like fire today. Another pirate. Whack.
And I cut him down as well.
legit shredding. You hear shouts coming from the starboard side, like there might be, other pirates. And now that you've gotten rid of them, though, you're free to continue with retrieving the chest. Also, now that you're up here, you can tell that there is a battle going on between the Soul of Winter as well as the a pirate ship. And you can
And
see if you get a look at the pirate ship, seems to be called the Rusty Princess.
And as much as I am tempted to continue the fight, I realize that I have a responsibility to my comrades in arms. So I'm going to wait by the grate so that we can pull the chest up and get out.
And you can see that that Aleran's been. You can see the ballista down below if you look through the grate, and that Aleran got hit. But he's still holding his position. So you're just waiting to well, Aleran.
Okay. I am going to cast Mage Hand again, and I'm going to have it carry the free end of the rope up to Nissha and Brighton. And then I am going to move just a little bit. I'm going to stay here so that I can help aim this up through the passageway. But I want a little more wood between myself and the next ballista.
Yeah, get that extra shield going.
If I'm lucky, maybe some of those spider crabs will get in the way too.
You killed a lot of spider crabs on the way down.
I'm just hoping someone snips out, I need a little more wood, and just totally out of context.
At this point, I'm going to share another map with you. You're still where you are, but I also have an open water kind of map. I need to make some stuff visible, don't I? Pirate ship, the Rusty Princess. The Soul of Winter is friendly. And there's two little sailboats, and I haven't marked the sailboats, but the one, ostensibly, now this is correct orientation, like with everything's port side is port side and everything starboard is starboard. So the port side sailboat is the one that the drow sailors from the Soul of Winter are on, waiting to pick you up on the port side. They're kind of like having to use all of their sailor ability to maneuver it to kind of keep it remotely within range where they can interact with you and try to help you get off the ship.
Can you make the Emperor of the Waves visible?
Oh, oops. Bam!
Okay, there we go.
It's just an E. But you can see that the ship, well, the ship is kind of in trouble. And then there's another sailboat that you can tell if you look over the starboard side that has a couple of pirates in it. And they're shouting up to their companions, trying to find out, what's happening on board deck. On your side, Dusty and Lanai from the Soul of Winter crew, they're down there waiting for you in that jolly boat kind of to help you pick you up or any elks that are being descended with a rope or anything like that. And Zaleria.
Okay, so can I just talk to everyone, like, what's our plan of action? Like, what way should we be taking this?
Well, now
think
that you
the-
guys have the rope up... Oh, go ahead. Brighton.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think our plan of action right now is to start pulling up the rope and have Aleran try to help guide it through the hole.
Do we want to have someone try and get Janek and Vernal onto our boat?
It might not be a bad idea, but I guess if they go around the mast and use it kind of as a pulley, I guess we could probably get it up with two people, or get the chest up through the up to the main deck with two people. So yeah, a third person could probably get the other two guys out.
Because they're not exactly in peak physical condition right now.
Okay, so I can work on taking those two and my elk bamboo shoot to the boat. So Bonnie, how far exactly is that boat? Wait, the rowboat is what we're trying to get into, or the
rowboat.
Okay, how far is that off the?
At this point, you can use a 50-foot rope to descend to that boat. It's the port hand side is from the top deck. It's probably only about 30 feet away from the surface of the water at this point.
Okay, then I'm gonna is there any there's any place for me to tie a rope to the side of the?
Yes, there's railing.
Okay, then I'm gonna I have a 50-foot rope on me, and I'm gonna tie that and then go over Janek and Vernal and ask them to lower themselves down the rope. Or do they look in good enough condition to do that?
Vernal could probably make it, but Janek is going to need somebody to backpack him.
Okay. I mean, I can try.
You're going to have to fireman carry.
Okay, I'm gonna try and carry him down.
So do an athletics check. Okay, so you're able to fireman carry Janek into the waiting jolly boat, and Vernell, he struggles, but he manages to ease himself down behind you.
Okay, so we're all in the boat.
But your elk is still on the ship.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back up. Do I have enough?
You'll have to
movement?
wait till the next turn.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right, I'll do that next turn.
And let me move you.
We also may want to encourage them to see if they can move the boat a little bit closer. I know that they're being careful, but we have to get the chest down to them too.
Well, let's say technically they're as close as they can be. I mean, I have the little icon off to the side, but that's just so it doesn't interfere with the big E.
Okay.
But consider them as close as you can get, so that they're trying to keep the, it's hard going, but they're trying to keep the jolly boat just like not parachute, a trampoline, or a cushion or whatever that you were holding beneath a raging fire to catch people trying to jump from the building. They're trying to do that with this jolly boat right now, so that they're trying to keep it in the best position so that somebody trying to use a rope to descend from the port side of the ship is right over the people space. The actual jolly boat. Does that make sense? I'm failing
I
to
think
use
so,
words right
yes.
now. And are you going to move Bamber Shoot, Zaleria?
Yeah, on his turn, are you asking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to just move over to the side of the boat so he can be ready.
All right. Here we go. Move up there. And then I'm going to take a risk, which might bite me in the butt. But we shall see. There's one. I'm going to get here, and then take the dash action and go up the stairs. Which I assume is going to put me about
Oops, I forgot I had the drawing tool on.
there.
I just vandalized this room. You go up those stairs and you find another room that's filled with clutter and webs, and there seems to be like rats and vermin and whatever, and garbage. And once you come up the stairs, a giant spider bursts through the webs.
Where is the giant spider in relation to me? I still have some movement left, and I'm thinking I'm going to go straight for that door.
It's over here.
Oh wow, that's a very large giant spider. Okay.
Tick, 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 tick. I think it's the mom
Okay.
of all the spider crab babies.
Then so that's 1, 2. So still have 20 feet. So if I go around the clutter, I can pretty much get to there by my math.
Yes.
And throw open the door and scream, "Coming in hot!"
Ah! Spider
And that's all I
tail.
got. But I still have my reaction. And I still have 2 superiority dice, so if he comes and snips at me, there will be flailing.
And judging by the size of the spider and the size of the door, I don't think the spider can get through.
That's a really good guess.
Except I'm assuming the spider, that's like the legs, and you can just kind of like squidge. Same side, man, same side. Did I forget to end my turn?
Yeah.
I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, scratch that. Reverse what I just did because we attacked last round with the ballistas. So. I think we're top of the order with Brighton.
Heave ho.
Right. So the mage hand is just kind of hanging out, right?
What?
I think it kind of disappeared once my round was over.
No, it sticks around.
Oh,
It
okay.
persists for I believe it's a minute, as long as you concentrate on it.
Okay. I will have it just kind of help guide. It can't lift, but it can, I would imagine, a little gentle nudge here and there to help guide.
So you haven't started lifting yet, but Brighton, you can do that.
Right. I was going to say that I don't know if we've actually gotten the end of the rope yet.
Yeah,
You
that was
have.
the mage handing.
Okay.
You have been mage groped.
But that's what Aleran did, is he kind of sent the rope up in your direction. I think he said he like sent it to you and Zaleria. And I'm assuming when Zaleria moved to help the rescued people onto the ship that she handed off, like made sure you had it.
All right. So I have a question. What is the structural integrity of that mast that is just on the opposite side of that?
Broken.
How, like at the base, how tall?
It's not very tall at all. Like, the only intact mast is the one on the forecastle, but both of these are considered splintered. So both of them, I mean, there's more than your height left of the stump, but not more than Nissa's height.
Okay. So if I take the rope and wrap it around that stump, I can use it to.
Yeah, you can use it for leverage.
Okay. That is what I am going to do. I'm going to take the rope, put it around that doohickey right there, pulling.
And for my turn, I would use my action to assist Brighton to lift the chest.
Okay. Do with advantage, you can do both strength and dexterity checks. The strength is just to lift it, and the dexterity check is to see how you maneuver it through this kind of no longer perfectly vertical openings. There's a little bit of maneuvering required to get it through the maze of holes.
Okay, so just straight strength and dex checks.
Mm-hmm. And that's with advantage because Nissha is assisting. Okay, so you don't have any problem actually lifting it. And maybe it's because you've recently got a lot of sailing expertise, handling ropes, and maneuvering sail, but the the agility required to maneuver this chest that is somewhat heavy and very bulky through different angles of great openings, through that lower level of water, dodging so that you don't hit anybody below. You seem to not have any problem. It's just like tick, tick, tick. You were born to raise chests out of the lowest hold of a sinking ship.
That is amazing because I didn't see water until I left the plane.
It's nice that halflings are good for something.
Apparently,
so is the
one
chest
riverboat cruise is
on the
all
main
it
deck now?
takes. So the chest is on the main deck now,
Okay.
beside Brighton. Let me see if I have a chest token. Ooh. I did have a chest token. I wish I'd thought of that earlier. So the chest is up on deck, on the top deck.
Yay.
At this point, it'll take you let's see. It will take two people to drag it over to the side. So you and Nissha could technically do that as your movement for your turns, since your action was dedicated to lifting it through the great openings.
So I meant to ask, how am I doing with my blue boil?
You haven't noticed any particular effects. You just know that it's there. You've got this bulbous growth on your arm or wherever you got hit. I don't remember. But you can't tell that there's any effect at this point other than it's gross and blue and bulbous.
All right, so I would go ahead and just shout down to Aleran. Hey, chest is up here. You're good. Go ahead and come on.
Okay. Good deal.
And I shall end my turn.
So I would ask, actually, Aleran, Do you want to try to make your way to the stairs, or do you want us to lift you through the grate as well? Because I also have 50 feet of rope.
Well, and there's the original 50 feet that are still up there tied as well from when we first came down when Pants jumped.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've kind of already like done your assist for this round, but Aleran, you could certainly climb up a rope if that's what you wanted to do on your turn.
Know what? I am not trusting my dex saves at the moment. I'm going to dash, and if I'm doing the math right, that should put me about here.
Oh.
I think.
For that one square that's blocked by the point of the ballista, that's rough terrain, so it's going to be like that takes 2 squares. Treat that as 2 squares, but everything else is 1.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do, Aleran?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, then we're back to Zaleria.
Okay, so I'm still on the boat, but I'm gonna try and go up and get Bambershoot and try and take him down.
Alrighty. So you're going to have to do another athletics check. And unlike getting Bambershoot up on the vessel, where you manage to somehow effortlessly fireman carry a 700-pound elk up 50 feet of rope, you're having problems remembering how you did that before, and it's very awkward. You're back up on the top deck. Let me move you there. It shrank you, being on the other map.
I'm so small.
You're supposed to be able to, like, zoom in and out on your... I don't know how to do that anymore.
Control scroll wheel.
There we go. Much better. But yeah, your athletics in trying to figure out how you're going to like lower him back down and manage it with your rope, it's not quite coming together with you. Maybe it's the stress of the situation, but you're going to have to. It's going to take a little bit more thought to figure out how you're going to get Bambershoot off of over the side of this boat.
Up is always easier than down.
Okay, that'll be my turn then.
Pant!
Okay, well, we're going to try and see if Aleran's theory about the spider in the door is correct, and bolt out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, maybe turn and shut the door behind you.
That's a good idea. Shut the door as I'm leaving. That's a very good idea. And then see if we can assist in getting the elk down to the jolly boat.
All right.
With my tremendouser athletics skill.
Yes. Athletics.
Here we go.
What?
That is spinning like crazy.
That's so weird because it's swirling, but it's doing it slowly. And that's what you get for goofing off. That is not good enough. Perhaps with your rolls combined, you could have done it.
Oh well. We have next turn. I can provide assistance.
Yes, next turn
Thank you.
there will be assistant. Let's hope the boat lasts till then.
Oh God.
Assuming a giant spider doesn't come and eat Bambershoot first.
So the giant spider doesn't have octopus abilities. Because, you know, they can, like, move through a 1-inch opening.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that the door would really.
What's the degree of tilt on the main deck of the boat?
The main deck tilt, it's like at a 45-degree angle now.
Oh, holy crap!
Sliding towards
Yeah, sliding towards the edge
Bambershoot
you want to
or
go
away?
over, toward Bambershoot.
Okay.
And really, you're kind of having to hold on to the railing to keep from tipping over the side. You can see, I mean, Bambershoot is kind of like braced against the side of the railing here as people like try to maneuver around him with ropes and stuff and get him down to the jolly boat. And Dusty and Lanai, the drow down there, are like, they're holding their arms up kind of helplessly, like they can help you somehow from below to guide this, flag you in.
They're gonna catch an elk.
Elk, yeah.
We got him. And they're drow, of course, so they're like -2 strength or something. Actually, for drow, Dusty and Lanai look pretty fit. Like they've been doing their CrossFit and stuff. They've got some muscle for drow.
Oh, so it's strength 12.
Exactly. No, actually, they have more than I think they have 13 strength.
Ooh.
I know, crazy buff, these drow. But at this point, you hear like this loud kind of putter, 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 putter coming through the airwaves. And the airship that dropped off Brighton and Nissha reappears.
I wave hi.
So you see it. You see the airship is kind of incoming in your direction, halfway between both of these ships. But it's not directly over you yet. It's going to take at least another round before it gets to be above the ship.
All right. So whose turn is it?
Oh. I thought I ended mine.
It's almost, I'm like doing the ship stuff now, so it's not even on you guys.
Okay.
I'm like rolling to see if I hit anything with your allies' weapons. The airship shoots off a cannon and manages to hit the Rusty Princess pirate ship. And I just realized I don't think I actually applied the thing I want. Oh, there it is. What I'm doing is I'm adding... Each ship has a helm that it relies on to maneuver. And both of the... on your ship, on the Emperor, the helm and sails are already gone, which is why it's a salvage vessel. But both the Soul of Winter and the Rusty Princess have helm and sail. And I added the helm because that is what the airship was targeting.
That's a lot of dice.
And kaboom, a cannonball right into the helm of the Rusty Princess. So, for the moment, while the helm isn't completely destroyed, right now they're starting to have problems of their own that are going to hinder them from shooting their ballista so much. But they're not completely dead in the water yet.
Anyone else getting precious cargo vibes off this?
Just a little bit.
And now I think it's Brighton's turn again.
Can we hide and just wait for it to blow over?
Well, the ship is sinking.
Tholgrin.
If you look down the grate, you can see that there's water taking on the deck below you now. And once the ship is halfway full with water, it's gonna go under.
Yeah, so I am, given the tilt of the ship, I'm still holding on to the crate via the rope to
Uh-huh.
make sure Zaleria doesn't get squished.
Uh-huh.
And so I would like to attempt to tie off the crate with my newfound sailing skills.
What do you mean tie off the crate? I'm trying to picture what you're
Tie it to, rather than holding on to the rope to maintain it, tie off the rope to the broken off mast
Uh-huh.
so it doesn't slide.
Right. And it will take two of you to heft the chest over the railing. But once you do that, there is enough rope for it to be able to reach the jolly boat. If you lower it down while it's still tied to the mast.
Does anybody see a problem with this?
Unfortunately, I think it's our best option.
It'll
Okay.
take like either you and Nissha or you and Zaleria to heft it over the railing.
Okay. Nissha is AFK for just a sec. But I'm able to tie it off, no problems, or
Or like Pants could assist with that too. Or like Nissha and Pants could go ahead and try to um, tag team the elk into the jolly boat while we wait for Nissha to come back. With the thought that you and Nissha are going to try to put the chest in the ship. Does that sound workable?
Fine with me.
all right. So I will work on tying off the chest to the mast, and then I'm guessing Nissha and Pants will probably work on hefting it over.
Okay. So either either Zaleria or Pants, probably Pants because you're the most athletic. If Zaleria is assisting you, you can roll with advantage an athletics check to see if you can lower Bambershoot into the jolly boat.
I have a slight hunch that Pants' athletics is probably better than Zaleria's.
Yeah, I'll assist you doing it.
I mean, it doesn't
Here
matter
we
who
go.
assists who, but whoever is assisted gets an advantage on their roll. All right.
Dirty 20.
So working together, you can accomplish anything.
What's gonna work? Teamwork.
Together. You lower, you manage to get the ropes just right, and you lower Bambershoot into the waiting jolly boat. So the elk is no longer on the ship. Is Nissha back?
Yes.
Okay. Which one of you wants to... For you, it'll be... It's a dex check again, because, you've got it lifted. Gravity is going to pull it down, so I don't think it's really a strength thing at this point, but it is a little bit of finagling to make sure you get it into the jolly boat.
Okay, but it's tied off okay, no problems. That's
It's
what I
tied
was
off,
asking.
okay, no problems.
Okay.
So just whether or not you guys are able to successfully maneuver it so that it's over the jolly boat at this point. Now you can do a dex check with advantage if Nissa's assisting. I don't know which one of you is the most dexy.
Both of us have 16, so.
So flip a coin.
Now I'll go ahead and roll, because Nissa's dice are really great for attacking.
All right, that's good enough. All right, so you've lowered the chest. It was kind of close. Like you almost kind of dropped it over the side of the jolly boat, but instead it kind of hit the rim and the jolly boat tilted a little bit, but you managed to recover, and with the help from below, with Dusty and Lanai kind of like, we got it, they actually ended up helping you guide it into the ship from below once you got it low enough. So the chest is on the ship now.
Yay, team.
All right,
Now we
everybody,
just need to get
It's just
us in the
you.
boat.
everybody jump in the water.
Aleran, it's you.
Can I take a bonus action on my turn, though?
Yes. What would you like to do? Sure.
Just trying to figure out how to actually do that. I clicked it.
Oh, I think it has a draggy thing. If you hit the magnifying glass, it should expand it, and you'll see like a little plus sign, little icon, and I think that's what you drag to your character, and it will roll for you automatically and apply the heal. Oh, and this would be a good time for me to mention, I think I added as spells both Potion of Healing and Tasty Bacon. So if you have that in your inventory, you can go to spells and drag it to your actions page and just use that to apply the healing to yourself when you eat your tasty bacon or use your potion. And I think I did it to a couple people's character sheets already to test it. But maybe not everybody.
Okay, now I'm done.
All right, you are healed for 8 hit points. Aleran!
Is that in your cross campaign module?
No. Oh! It is... Oh, maybe you guys don't have access to it?
Yes, we still have to activate the module.
It would be Rob Tukey's potions. But the tasty bacon would be I don't think it's associated with the module, or if it is the cross Eberron.
Okay. I'm going to move out to the railing. I think that's six spaces. And then I guess I'm going to climb down the rope to the ship. Is that an athletics check?
Yes, athletics check, climbing down the rope. And it's easier to climb down than it is to climb up in this instance when you're not an elk. Because gravity. All right, so you don't have any problem, Laren. You can make it. You can climb down to the ship, no problem, to the jolly boat.
Yeah, I finally got a good roll.
Oh, it's in items, not spells. That's the thing, and it's in the Cross Eberron campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in items.
I just sworn it was in spells. Oh no, because the item is the actual inventory item, but the spell is the actual healing effect.
Oh,
so if you can't see it, then maybe it's not player accessible. It's one of those irritating things, and I have to like drag it to your page. I just dragged it to your page. So maybe you guys can't see it. It's a DM only spell. That's a poop. But Zaleria.
Okay, so I thought, am I in the boat too, or am I still in the?
You're still on the side because you you were doing as your action helping lower Bambershoot, but now it's your turn. You can move.
Okay, so to the party, is there enough people? Are there enough people that are dealing with the box that I should just go ahead and go down?
With the
Box
boxes
is
down.
done.
Okay, well I
Thank-
wasn't paying attention then. So, all right, yeah, I'm gonna just go down from the ship into the Jolly.
Do an athletics check. All right, you don't have any problem. So you're now in the jolly boat. It's a good thing this is a big jolly boat.
It's going to get cozy.
Pants.
Into the boat.
All right, do an athletics check. You're in the boat.
Nothing but toaster.
We're rocking the athletics check so far. Ooh.
Until you just said something.
And it's my
Ooh.
turn. This is going to be fun.
Sorry, Brighton.
Before that happens, the airship gets to move. So and you see it gets to about here, and you see it kind of drop down this long rope ladder, and it's kind of lowered, like the airship has come down, not really super, I mean, maybe about 60 feet away from the surface of the water. It's dropped down a ladder, and you can see in the distance in the water two figures in the water grab onto this ladder and start climbing up. And it's Izzy and Kit Kat climbing aboard the airship.
Yay! They didn't drown.
Yay! And now it is it's Brighton's.
I'm going to move over to the side of the ship and attempt to disembark.
All right. Do an athletics check. That is still enough. Getting close. It's a DC 10, okay?
I was gonna say with not much grace.
For a human to get down that rope, it's a DC 10 athletics. Yeah, you used all of your skill and dexterity maneuvering this chest like a champ, and now you're kind of tired, but you made it into the boat. The boat's a little bit low in the water, but it seems to be okay. Like, you'd think this boat was probably only intended to carry 8 people and an elk, and now there's 9 people in an elk. I think there's 9 people in an elk, if I can count right. But it's looking okay. And Nissha's alone on the deck. At this point, the rusty princess in the distance kind of creaks, and it can't move very far, but you see it turn just to the side. So that it's no longer broadsides with the Soul of Winter. but it has the Soul of Winter as a good target if it were to choose to use it that way.
Ramming speed.
The Soul of Winter, to counter, moves forward but also turns about and is able to move towards the other ship slightly. Nissha, it's your turn.
All right, she would move to the side of the boat and attempt to climb down into the.
Happy fun boat.
Do a dex save.
A dex save?
Yes, because as you are running for the rope to head over the side, the ship lurches. And it's like it's given up the ghost, and it's rapidly sinking under the water now. But you manage to grab onto the rope and whistle down, kind of let go halfway because the Emperor of the Waves is sinking rapidly. And you manage to land within the jolly boat.
Because I am amazing at acrobatics.
In a feat of athletics, you've managed to avoid sinking with the ship under the water. And it takes all of Dusty and Lanai's, sailor ability to maneuver this jolly boat so that it doesn't succumb to the froth and waves that are kind of conjured up by this giant creaking ship sinking under the surface. But they managed to keep it together and keep the jolly boat aloft. So while the Emperor is gone, sunk to the bottom of the ocean, with the giant spider along with it, you are
And
all
all
in a
the
jolly
baby
boat.
spider crab.
Yeah, any remaining baby spider crabs? Any loot that you guys didn't loot? Those are gone. But you guys are together with an elk and a chest and 2 people that you saved in a jolly boat. You see about, well, how many feet away? So you guys don't need to use the other map anymore. We're all in the open sea right now. And at this point, we're maneuvering the boats. Oh, and another thing. Once everybody's on the ship and the waters have calmed, Dusty calls forth a spell, a healing spirit. It comes in the shape of a scorpion that's kind of astral, like an ethereal scorpion that hovers above the jolly boat, and it creates this 5-foot square column of healing light. It's going to last for 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, 1 minute, and effectively gives you all a d6 of healing for 10 rounds. So everybody can roll 6 d10, wait, 10 d6 in healing.
That includes bamboo shoot?
Uh-huh.
Yay!
And for most intents and purposes, this is going to heal everybody up unless you roll like I do. So did everybody roll enough to heal themselves?
Yes.
Yes. I think Pants might be away for a second.
Oh, I guess Pants, what did Pants roll? Did Pants roll?
I don't think so.
It works on Pants, but at half effectiveness. So when he comes back, he can roll and see if he actually rolled at least a 24. All right, at this point, you see that there's another jolly boat that has 2 pirates on it. That was where the starboard side of the Empress of the Waves was. It's about 250 feet away from you. The other 2 ships are both about 500-600 feet away from you. The Soul of Winter is about 500 feet away to the northeast. I mean the northwest, because directions are hard. The Rusty Princess is about 500-600 feet away to the northeast. And the airship is still picking up Izzy and Kit Kat. They're still climbing up onto the airship. They're about halfway up the ladder. What do you want to do?
I think we should sail towards the Soul of Winter.
I agree. We should go back to the.
Go back to the base camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this jolly boat moves about 60 feet per round. So what I'm going to do is move you back gradually and kind of like move the larger ships around as they continue to battle each other as you approach the Soul of Winter.
Bonnie, as we're sailing that way, I'm going to keep an eye on the small ship with the pirates. If it gets within 120 feet of us, I would like to attack it with firebolt.
They're within wait.
You said like 250
They're 250
feet,
feet away right now. They're probably okay. I'll just keep that in mind. That might not happen because they're going to be heading back to their ship.
Right.
But all the ships are moving. Okay, let me delete the giant spider. So at this point, the pirate ship continues to move forward slightly, but it's you see its progress seems to be hindered, probably because of the hit that it took to its helm earlier. And then it turns about sides again, trying to get better vantage point on the Soul of Winter. The Soul of Winter turns about as well, but it does not move. It doesn't want to give this ship, it wants to like line up its cannon so that it can fire. The Rusty Princess gets to shoot a ballista first. And it's targeting the Soul of Winter this time. But it misses. The airship, meanwhile, the airship shot that cannon before at the helm of the Rusty Princess and hit. And that's enough pants for you to heal totally. Be like, what, 19?
Yeah.
But
And I only have 12.
the airship also has a heavy ballista So it's going to try to completely take out the helm now. But it misses. And the Soul of Winter is also going to try with its cannon. It misses. But it has a second cannon. That one is a hit. And it destroys the helm. So, unless the Rusty Princess can repair its helm, that ship is dead. The pirate ship is dead in the water for the moment.
Yay!
Now, you guys want to continue moving toward the Soul of Winter?
I think so.
I'd much rather be in the Soul of Winter than a jolly boat in a cannon battle.
So it takes at least a round for them to reload everything. So you guys effectively get to move twice. And at this point, Kit Kat and Izzy have finished climbing the ladder onto the airship. And so they're safe and sound overhead. And you see the airship kind of raise up a little bit more. And it turns around and it looks like it's going to be headed towards assisting with the pirate ship. The Soul of Winter, seeing that the other ship is dead in the water, it turns about again, whoop, and it moves closer. And then you guys get to move. You guys get to move 2 more rounds. So the jolly boat with the 2 pirates in it manages to reach the other ship, and they're occupied with trying to climb aboard the pirate ship. The Soul of Winter comes closer, and you see it kind of maneuver and come about so that it's pulling alongside the pirate ship. So it looks like the intention, Renar's intention, is to board the pirate ship and give them what for, while the airship is going to continue to bombast it from overhead. And with that, the airship tries to shoot its its cannon again to the ship itself. It hits. Oh, I actually think I meant the sail. Oop, Nissha disconnected. Oh, there's 2 rusty princesses on here. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry, that was a sail. Sorry for the delay. And so the cannon does damage to the sails. The sails aren't completely broken, but again, the pirate ship is not going to be moving anytime soon. You guys managed to move alongside to the Soul of Winter.
Yay!
So now, starting with Brighton, you can roll athletics to climb aboard.
I'm sorry,
Or-
starting with Brighton.
Starting with Brighton, you can either try, coordinate with the people topsides to go ahead and lift the chest or the elk into the ship, or you guys could start climbing aboard.
I would assume coordinating would be a little easier.
Well, I think I would prefer to be on the ship. I mean, we went through a lot to get this chest.
And they can really assist you getting on the ship. So any rolls you make consider them with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, I feel more comfortable having one of us on the ship as we bring up the crate. Not that I don't trust the people, but I really don't trust them.
They're elves. It's all elves and villager fishers from Korthos village.
Well, our patron for this mission is an elf.
Yeah,
The whole thing.
He's the captain of this ship right now, who's ordering people about. All right, so you don't have any problems, Brighton, climbing up the rope. And at this point, I'm going to share another map with you. And again, somehow I managed to not have things orientated the exact same way I do on the map, but you'll get the gist. So Brighton, you're alongside. I'm going to add some more people because there's crew on here that are getting ready to board over, and there's going to be pirates on the other ship. But for all intents and purposes, you are on the ship, Brighton. Nissha, what are you going to do?
But is the Soul of Winter the bigger ship or the smaller ship?
The smaller ship.
Okay.
The Soul of Winter is a cog, and the pirate ship is a caravel. So it doesn't quite look that way with the way the tokens worked out, but the Soul of Winter is a slightly smaller ship.
Okay.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna board the ship.
Okay, just roll into athletics with advantage. All right, you don't have any problem. I'm entering that too many maps open situation. So Nissha, I'm moving you to the ship if you've rolled already, and just adjust yourselves because you're all kind of like on the, I guess, the port side. Or I guess technically, if you go by the other map, you guys are no, you're on this side, I guess, because you're like on the opposite side of where the plank is between the ships that the crew is setting out to board.
We'll just pretend they're the right
We'll just
direction.
pretend everything's orientated correctly.
willful suspension of disbelief.
Zaleria, what are you going to do? Are you going to try to do something with Bambershoot? Or are you going to climb up? Or option C?
I'm gonna try and get Bambershoot up first. They're helping, right?
Yeah, you can, whatever you do, you can roll with advantage. It's just slightly harder DC check for Bambershoot to get up than for the rest of you.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try and get Bambershoot up first.
Wait, you didn't do it with advantage, or we can treat that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it with advantage.
Oh, there's a button below the chat window that says ADV. If you click that, it'll give you advantage when you roll.
Oh, I see it now. Would you like me to roll
Yes,
again?
go ahead. Go ahead and roll again. Okay, that's good enough to get Bambershoot up. So Bambershoot. Oh, there he is. I'm like, where's Bambershoot? He's up on the deck of the Soul of Winter now. You'll have to wait to the next round to climb up yourself.
Okay.
Pants.
Up in the boat.
Now the chest is still in the jolly boat.
Okay, then get the chest in the boat.
Like I mean I just because it seemed like there was like trust issues and stuff, so I wasn't sure if you guys all wanted to climb up on the boat and then like leave it down in the jolly boat with the rescue people and the drow.
Yeah, no, we'll get the chest on board.
I kind of just figured we needed a couple people already on board to help pull the chest up.
Right. So what was your roll for Pants?
Getting the chest on board.
Okay, that's not quite good enough.
Or
So you're going to need some assistance. Or someone else is going to need to try.
all right, well then I guess next turn I will get up myself and then help pull it up.
We're between that, like Pants wanting to get stuff done, tried to lift the chest himself, but it's so large and unwieldy he couldn't get a grasp on it with his Warforged fingers. You see Renar is up on the top kind of quarter deck of the cog, and he's shouting orders at everybody. All of his people. One of the sailors, some of the crew helps lift the two people that you rescued up onto the deck of the Soul of Winter. So they're no longer in the jolly boat, and for purposes of clearing out the combat tracker, I'm just going to take them out. But consider you have successfully rescued them. Brighton, back to you.
Everyone's on the boat?
No, I think, wait, oh, who's still...
I'm not.
Oh, I didn't move you over.
I'm not.
Zaleria hasn't climbed up yet. Pants hasn't climbed up yet. The Chest hasn't climbed up yet, and Dusty and Lanai are still keeping, maneuvering, managing the
Wait,
actual piloting of the boat.
wait. The chest can climb, so we all did all this to rescue a mimic.
No, the Chest is in the jolly boat with you and Zaleria, Pants.
I know him. I'm giving you grief.
All right. Rope still attached to the chest?
Yes. Or we assume that Pants successfully tied a rope around it, but he could not successfully lift it or anything. Or something.
I'm just getting this mental image of him trying to push the chest up onto the boat like it's an overhead locker,
It's like
on an airplane.
Pants kind of failed with his boat with his chest maneuvering.
Okay. Any way to get the rope up to us on the boat?
Let's say with Pants struggling, the drow actually try to be helpful and make sure that it's tied up completely and it's in a harness and everything. So people up on the ship, on the Soul of Winter, you can do an athletics check to see if you lift it onto the deck and over the railing.
Okay. That's what I will attempt
And
to
I'm
do.
assuming if someone's assisting you, it's with advantage. It's whether or not you want somebody else in the party to assist you, or whether you're willing to let one of the fishers from Korthos Village help you.
I don't know how I feel about this, but the elf keeps offering to assist me.
Yeah, there's drow and there's the Korthos fisher population.
Our party elf, the one that I really don't like.
Oh, yeah.
I don't expect a halfling to be able to do anything properly without assistance.
Oh, the shade.
This is fun. You should be in the room with us.
But if Nissa's assisting, you can roll with advantage to see if you're successful.
Okay. I guess I will reluctantly accept the assistance again. Attempt to haul up the doohickey. I bring it up twice.
You do. It works so well the first time, you lower it back down and then drag it back up again.
And then flex twice.
Yeah, and then flex twice.
Done.
My veil doesn't actually cover my eyes, so you can still see them rolling.
Pass the turn.
I just put it out of the way, but it's on the boat. So then there were Pants and Zaleria. Well, Nissha, you assisted, so that was your action, but you can move at this point.
And just to confirm, yeah, chest is now successfully on board next to Renar. Okay.
Yes. So you've technically completed your mission.
Okay, I just moved to the this end of the gangplank in case any pirates are foolish enough to try to board.
Okay. Aleran?
Is there anything that I can do to assist with Pants and Zaleria to board?
Yeah, I mean, with the idea that you're assisting pulling them up by the rope or something like that, they can make their rolls with advantage. But that was kind of in place already. Like the idea is if you guys aren't helping, somebody in the crew who is on deck will assist.
Okay.
They're perfectly fine with assisting. So you could choose to do something else. They'll still have advantage with their rolls. It's just whether or not they roll crappily, even with advantage.
Okay. Well, then I guess I will join in the attack on the pirates. I will move to the other side of the boat, and I will cast Firebolt at the pirate captain. Which means he's perfectly safe.
At least you're
No
consistent.
worries. Now, I feel like I kind of feel confident in your guys' ability to root these pirates if you want to dedicate yourself to that. So I'm not going to there's crew available if you want crew assist. But for the moment, I'm just going to like have the chief crew of the Soul of Winter and not put any of the other people out on deck just to keep the combat tracker a little bit cleaner.
Now, we didn't get a short rest or anything while on the boat.
You didn't get a short rest. You just got the heals.
Okay.
Because this has only been like maybe 10 minutes or less. So there wasn't adequate time to do a short rest.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get onto the boat.
All right, roll an athletics check.
With advantage?
Yes. That is good enough. All right. Pants?
All right, let's get up in the boat.
This time, without having to maneuver the chest, you understand how to climb ropes. And so you dip, 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 climb up the rope, and you are on the deck of the Soul of Winter.
Boats are hard.
And then you climbed back down and climbed back up again.
When it's just you wreck the climbing. Let me roll for the drow. And they both failed the first round. I didn't roll with advantage, but hey. Let's just say they aren't on the deck yet. But you can close out that other map. It's not important anymore. Brighton. Do what you want.
Oh, okay. I shall move there.
Anything else?
No, not right now.
No rage?
I can rage and then attack next turn, right?
Yeah, because it's a bonus, right, to rage?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And then it's the pirate captain's turn. He is going to, because you guys are at a distance, and he saw that Aleran tried to shoot him. He has a hand crossbow, and he's going to shoot at Aleran, especially because Aleran's kind of, in his way, trying to shoot Rena.
Way to go, Aleran.
But he misses.
The chest is moving by itself. It may be a mimic.
It may be a mimic. Oh, I apparently have 2 second mates. I'm not sure how that happened. I thought I just had the first mate and the second mate. They're having babies over here in the combat tracker.
Well, there's second mate 3 next to the captain.
You do have first mate and second mate 3.
And right now, second mate 2 is I'm going to delete him. Eventually, maybe I'll run into second mate where he's actually in the list. On to pirate 8. Anyone? A pirate 8? Oh wait, I don't have pirate 8 on the combat tracker. I mean on the map. Let's put him there. Where the second mate was. He is going to run forward. So he's on the gangplank. And he's going to take a shot at Nissha with his crossbow. He hits. He does 11 damage.
And now he must die.
Roneweave, seeing this, he shoots at one of the pirates, Pirate 6, with his crossbow. And he hit. Does 5 damage. Oh, a character who's actually on the map, who's pirate first mate. He also moves forward. But he doesn't have a ranged weapon, so he's just tiddling here, wasting time. The deck wizard is going to hold his action. Here's second mate 3. I'm going to delete him because I haven't seen the actual second mate yet. And then Pirate 6 is going to try to shoot at Roneweave because, you know, he just got shot. But he misses. Nissha.
Nissha be like, my blood is just an offering to my ancestors. Now you will die. And she moves forward.
So your first swipe with your scimitar is a miss. But your follow-up hits. You do 8 damage to the pirate. He looks visibly bloodied. Pirate 5 is not actually on the map. He's going to move up. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to take a shoot at Aleran. And he misses. Aleran.
Okay. I think I am going to go firebolt after the captain again. Yay!
Woohoo! Zaleria.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at the pirate.
Which pirate?
Let's see. I'm gonna have to move. Could I shoot around?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if I went behind her.
Yeah. I kind of treat it like if it's a 5 foot. These are 5 foot squares, and I assume that you can maneuver within that 5 feet to get a shot off, and that people only become cover when they're significantly larger than you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay like back on the boat, but still.
Yeah, so you can
within.
arrange yourself easily to have a vantage point where you can shoot one of the guys that's on the gangplank without having to worry about hitting Nissha. Unless you like Nat 1 or something. I'm gonna freaking give you some ammo, Zaleria.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm trying to attack Pirate 8, but I
You
apparently
hit.
don't have ammo. Okay.
Just I'm unchecking. Just uncheck these like boxes when you're done with combat
Okay.
to signify that you are retrieving your arrows. Right, so you have dropped Pirate 8 with your arrow, robbing Nissha of robbing him of his final breath.
Oh, hope she doesn't get too mad.
Kill steal.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark on the pirate captain.
Sweet.
And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Pirate 2. He has to climb down from this deck, so he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's coming down the stairs. And he is going to take a shot at Nissha. Hits. Does 3 damage with his crossbow. Now it's Pants' turn.
Okay. This Roan Weave person, that's a hostile and not one of our guys,
Oh,
correct?
no, he's a friend. Is he?
Okay,
Does he show
he's
us
marked
hostile?
as hostile. Yeah.
That was me accidentally clicking his stop. He's a buddy. Let me make him green.
Okay. I was wondering, I was like, did he like Misty Step over here or something? Like, how did he get on? Okay.
Let me make these
see,
guys
that's gonna
allies
change.
for real. Yeah, I just found that when you make people act like, friendlies, that you can't hide them and they're like in the way with the other stuff. But nah, drow your buddies. These drow all your friends except for maybe Brighton's.
Drow are friends, not food.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm just going to charge up over here onto the gangplank. That's about as far as I can get if I don't dash, but I don't have a ranged action of any kind. Oh, you added tasty bacon to my sheet. I don't actually have tasty bacon.
I was just showing it though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're moving?
Yeah, and my whole action was planned on beating Roan Weave upside the back of the head, but if he's friendly, that
But
kind
he's
of...
nice. It
He's
would make him
nice.
sad.
Okay.
That would be an oopsie pants.
Then I'm going to be a little crazy since I've been healed up and use my action to dash. 4 more there, and then leap if I can onto the deck.
All right, we'll do an acrobatics check. Or an athletics. I'll let you do athletics. Even though I
Okay.
feel like leaping is a little bit, it's getting on the edge. This dodging around Nissha and leaping onto the ship is a little
Well,
acrobatic.
it explicitly says your strength athletics checks covers difficult situations you encounter while climbing, jumping, or swimming.
Okay. So okay, well, it's enough jumping that's okay, and 14 is good enough. It's going to be a DC 13.
Crunch. And that's my turn.
All right.
I will attempt to brandish my 4x4 menacingly.
Pirate 3 sees you run brashly onto the deck of the pirate ship and tries to shoot you with his crossbow. But he misses. Renard takes out his crossbow and shoots at he'll shoot at one of he'll shoot at the mage, the wizard who's up on that higher deck. And he misses. That's so embarrassing. Dusty and Lanai will try to climb up from the jolly boat again. So that's a good. But Dusty doesn't manage to do it. All right. Lanai is on the deck now. Who knew this was going to be so hard for professional sailors?
We'll just claim they're traumatized from the ship battle and the elk.
Well, they had to work pretty hard trying to get the jolly boat to stay in place close to the Emperor of the Waves while they were trying to, be there to pick you up. And let's just say they're exhausted and climbing up ropes, is tiring. Pirate 1 also sees Pants and tries to shoot Pants in the buttocks. And he does shoot Pants in the buttocks. For 4 damage.
Ow.
Pirate 4, who is right next to Pants, he attacks Pants, and because one of his other friends is adjacent to Pants as well, he has pack tactics. So he's going to attack with his cutlass. And he hits Pants. For 6 damage. Pirate 7 moves forward. And he shoots at Nissha. But he misses. Brighton.
All right, so I'm going to try something different. I am going to rage. However, I am going to attempt to move forward and try to hit the first mate with my
With your great axe?
with my bolus.
Ooh. whip
Nice.
him in the air. And you critically hit him, wrapping your bolas around what were you aiming for?
Oh, I was aiming for the legs to try to trip him.
You aim for the legs and you trip him, and
Pull him in the water.
yeah. You don't actually have control of the
Well,
bolas. You just because they're
yeah, right.
with
It's
the weights. But
right.
roll a d20, and if it is below 10, he falls into the water. All right. The first mate, he loses his balance, and he's splashing in the water out of the immediate fight.
Though, don't I?
And he's also kind of a sitting duck for any attacks against him are going to be with advantage that are ranged.
Well, and with his feet tied together, I imagine swimming's going to be tough too.
Well, he's doing the doggy paddling with his hands. And every round I'm going to start rolling to see if he succumbs.
Okay, I will have to make another bolus at some point. And that is my turn.
Ooh, I forgot that thing that the pirate can do. So the pirate captain, he is going to shoot at Pants with his hand crossbow. And he misses. Arr! That sounds more like Pee Wee Herman than a pirate, but okay.
It works.
Roan Weave. He shoots with his heavy crossbow again at one of the pirates that are flanking Pants. And he hits. And he does 7 damage. That pirate is visibly bloodied. That's number 6. The first mate who's in the water. Let me do a strength check. All right, so he's managing to not sink so far. The deck wizard. He's getting involved. And he tries to hit. Oh, let me double check the distance. He tries to shoot a ray of frost at Rena de Thrani. And he hits. Does 2 cold damage. And Rena, if he tries to move, his speed will be reduced next turn. Pirate 6. Huh. Pirate 6. I was looking at the wrong pirate and very confused. He tries to hit Pants with his cutlass. With pack tactics, he has advantage. And he hits. for 6 damage.
Ouch.
Nissha.
My wounds mean nothing.
So you've seen both of the figures who were on the gangplank in front of you. One of them was dropped dead by Zaleria's arrow, and Brighton has knocked the first mate off balance and dropped him into the water.
Nissha will leap on board and attack pirate number 7 because she sees where the captain is, and she's going to make her way that way eventually.
So you strike him with your
Okay.
first blade.
Well, this should be a critical hit. So, because with champion at level 3, I think it gives me 19 or 20 for a critical. And I thought we had set that up, but
I
I
thought
don't
we had
see it
too,
saying
but
that
it's not.
critical.
I'm adjusting the thing that I thought we had changed. I don't know what's up with that, but try rolling your damage roll now and see if it does it.
Well, you can still put the modifier up on it for critical. Not that it's really.
All right, you murdered him
matters.
anyhow.
But I could have murdered him more, which would have been more intimidating
Now,
for the
here's
rest
the question
of
I
the
have
pirates.
for you, because that was with your first blade. Can you still move and attack with your second? I
Yes,
think you can.
You can
Okay.
move between attacks.
So you drop Pirate 7 with your first blade. You move towards Pirate 5 and take a swipe at him with your offhand. And hit.
Okay.
The pirate you just struck tries to hit back at you. He manages a critical hit. And does 9 damage. Aleran.
All right. I am going to cast Firebolt against pirate number 5.
All right, 7 damage. Is Zaleria? And Pirate 5 is obviously bloody.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and, well, let me see if I can shoot at the pirate cap.
Sure. You have the hunter's mark on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that from where I am on the plank, I can reach him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I missed, so that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Pirate 2 runs forward. And he tries to swipe it at Nissha. But he misses. Pants.
All right. Let's see. Pirate 6 is the one that got injured, correct? It was shot previously?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's bloodied.
He's going to take a 4x4 to the head.
And you hit him? You've bashed his brains in.
He had 1 hit point left.
Yes, he did.
And now he has none.
Now, do you have any fancy stuff that you wanted to do with your maneuvers?
I don't have any maneuvers that I can use now, but
Okay.
mine are all reaction based. So
Alrighty. Pirate 3. He's going to move down the steps. But he's going to shoot his crossbow at Pants. He hits. And Pants is down.
Ruh-roh.
yeah. I can only do that on melee attacks. Okay, well, never mind.
Renard, he's slowed this turn, but he's still going to move forward. He's going to come down the step. He's going to come over here and use his crossbow to shoot at one of the pirates who is next to Nissha. And he misses. Honestly, I need to write with pencil just for this guy. Dusty is going to try to climb up the onto the ship again, and I hope she makes it because she's the one who has healing spells. And she does. Let me check something. All right, I think she can just barely make it. Well, no, I guess she can't this turn because climbing up on the ship was her action. But next round, she'll do something healy. And that brings us up to Pirate 1. This pirate is going to try and shoot at Brighton. Did I roll the wrong thing? Wait. Give yourself back to... Oh, let me give you back 10 hit points. I thought I rolled the attack, but apparently I rolled the damage.
Youch.
Youch.
Ooh.
And he hits you very hard. And
But
does
he's
18
raging.
damage.
But
oh,
I
but
am raging.
did it half
so
you?
It should be. It's no.
Like
I don't
9?
think-
Okay, let me give you 9.
Let me check. I was at
Yeah,
full. So.
you should have gotten 18. You were at full, so you should have gotten 18. You should have only gotten 9 damage. Did you use like the rage or did you use like the effect rage?
Oh, I think I just clicked the thing. I don't think I actually had the effect. I can never figure out how to use that stupid thing. There.
And Pirate 4, seeing as how Pants is down, he also tries to shoot Bright. But he misses. Brighton, you're up.
Damn short legs. So I take out my battle axe, great axe, and move next to the elf. And attack Pirate 2.
He sounds so sad that he had to move next to the elf to attack that guy.
I guess I'll attack the one next to the elf. $17 totally hits. Do 10 damage. Is bloodied. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Pirate Captain. He's still aiming for Renard. And he misses. Roanweave shoots at Pirate 4, who's near Pants. Hits. Does 4 damage. Let's see if the first mate, if he falls under the water. He does. So the first mate sinks below the waves with Brighton's bolas along with him. The wizard tries to shoot a ray of frost at Renard again. He hits. Does 4 cold damage. Nissha.
Alrighty.
Alright, so Nissha should have advantage on melee attack rolls against any hostile creatures within 5 feet of me.
Okay, so she can roll her attacks with advantage.
Woot.
No, for the Pirate 2. That's the one that's within 5 feet.
Okay, for Pirate 2. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so
And it registered the critical hit this
a
time.
critical. Oh yeah, it does show it. Awesome.
And he is destroyed.
And then she turns to the other pirate for her secondary attack.
Uh-huh. All right, you dropped both of them.
Woot.
So now there is a clear path between you and the pirate captain.
I'm going to
Aleran.
hold my ground at the moment.
Aleran?
Okay, I am going to go firebolt at Pirate 4, see if I can clear some of this rabble and hopefully if Pants makes a recovery. Oh, jeez.
Drink!
You shoot wide. Zaleria!
Alright, I'm gonna go for that pirate captain again.
Good luck. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I feel so responsible for your rolling luck.
It's not you, it's me.
I know, but I think it's genetic, though.
Probably.
Pants!
Death save.
Make an owie save.
And
Woo!
I recover.
Natty 20!
Yay.
Oh, it actually did the recovery for me.
Wait, you still have the unconscious effect, though.
I didn't take the unconscious off. Oh yeah, well it did half of the recovery.
It partial.
Okay. Well, since that's my whole turn though, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
because the death save's at the end of your turn. So.
Pirate 3. This is like, what? Well, let me see perception if he noticed. No, he doesn't realize. He misses this whole interaction that you've somehow, regained consciousness, eyes opened.
Well, his eyes don't really close, do they?
Oh, okay, they flare green again.
Yeah, there's a Keith Baker question. Hey, do Warforged eyes actually close?
And he shoots his crossbow at Brighton. Misses. At Renar's turn, he moves forward. And he shoots at the pirate captain. He hits. Thank God. He does 7 initial damage, but the pirate captain also has to make a con save because the arrow was poisoned.
So how
He
does Hunter's
fails.
Mark work?
She gets additional damage. Does it alter your attack roll at all?
No, it's just
No.
Adds the
just
D6 as she
Zaleria
hits,
gets
right?
It
an
adds
additional D6 untyped damage, and she can locate where or get the general direction of where he is on the same plane of existence.
Okay.
So, poison damage from the arrow is intense. And he does 26 points of poison damage to the captain. And you see that this orc captain is immediately kind of clenched, turned, a strange shade of blue. And he's immediately weakened.
Speaking of blue, how do my boils look?
They're still, they haven't altered since you were first infected, and you don't feel any effects yet.
Okay.
Maybe you never will.
I was about to say, how quickly do you want this disease to kill you, man?
No, I'm just keep wondering if, something's going to happen bad.
Dusty moves forward. And she calls down her spectral scorpion once more. And she creates, and it's this little 5-foot cube of sparkling light. And if you move in and out of that square each round, you can get 1d6 healing. Or actually, she casts it on top of Pants.
Woohoo!
And then she'll move it next round. So you instantly get 1d6 healing from that Pants.
2. Speaking of which, with the modifiers thing that I found, we can actually do the half modifier and then let Izzy do her normal healing rolls.
Sweet!
Convenient.
Super convenient. Lanai moves forward and uses her heavy crossbow to shoot at one of the pirates by Pant. She hits. And she drops him. So Pirate 3 is goners. Pirate 1, he shoots at Renar because Renar is scary. Like even scarier than that lady with like the double-bladed scimitar. But he misses because he's afeared. Pirate 4, who is still next to Pants, attacks Pants with his cutlass. He hits.
I'm going to parry that.
Okay.
Use my reaction in one of my superiority dice. Sorry, I clicked one off
And
on
that just
accident, so I had to put
subtracts
it back on.
that subtracts your superiority dice from the damage, right?
Correct. Damage 1d8 plus my dex modifier.
Okay, so I'm going to roll it. I'm not going to roll it on you. I'm going to roll it in the chat. So what? That's
2.
2. So you get 1 damage.
How much damage did he do?
1.
Oh!
Because he only rolled a 3.
Oh, 1 damage. Okay, that's after the... Okay. I'm with you. There we go.
Brighton!
I'm going to advance at the captain. I'm going to smack him up real good.
All right, it's a hit. And you drop him.
Nice.
You cleave your great axe straight down his chest, and his chest cavity just caves open like an overfull sandwich. Roneweave shoots at one of the remaining pirates. He misses. Are you on the stairs now, Brighton? At this point, why does all of his stuff range? At this point, the deck wizard becomes ephemeral and he misty steps.
Chicken shit.
30 feet in a different direction. That makes it Nissa's turn, because you pretty much neutered him by being so close.
So I'm going to take my full 30-foot movement to get in range of the wizard and attack him.
He's like, damn it! So the first swipe is a miss.
He's still not quite back into this reality, and I miss him.
Yeah, the smoke is fading, and he's still regaining form. Aleran.
All right. I guess I am going with Firebolt again. Hopefully with better luck. Against the deck wizard.
And you hit!
Finally.
Ooh,
Yay.
and 6 damage. So not only did you hit, but you didn't roll a 1 on the damage.
There's a bonus to everything.
Zaleria, what are you going to do?
So I'm going to. Can you technically do your bonus action before your action? Is that
Sure.
okay? Then, how is the deck wizard looking?
He's barely injured.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead.
I was just going to say, as a point of order, you don't have to take your actions in any specific order. You can move your hunter's mark as a bonus action to whomever you're about to shoot before you shoot them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move it to the deck wizard,
All right.
and then I'm gonna move a little bit closer, and then I'm going to try and attack him.
Feet planted firmly on the gangplank, you draw back your bow. And you hit! Doing 14 damage to the deck wizard, and now he looks bloodied. visibly bloodied, like gash. Oh man, he's bleeding out. Is that everything for your turn?
Yeah, that'll be all.
Pants, because you are still standing in the spiritual scorpion light, you get another d6 of healing in half, I guess.
Yay!
Which is 1.
It's better than nothing.
1 is better than 0.
Okay, since don't have much else I can do, going to use half my movement to stand up, and then take my action to disengage and run like hell.
Alrighty.
And that's it.
And hell is 15 feet.
Yes, exactly.
Renar shoots his light crossbow at since he thinks that, like, Nissha has this in hand. So he's going to shoot at the pirate up on the quarter deck who looks like he's in pretty good shape. He hits. Does 2 damage, and then this pirate has to do a save. And somehow manages to resist the effects of the potent poison on Renar's arrows. Maybe he's spent years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
Inconceivable!
Dusty uses her crossbow, shoots at the same, takes Renar's actions as a guide and shoots at the same pirate that he was shooting at. Hits him. And does damage, bloodying him, but he is still standing. Lanai does the same. Hits him. And that pirate is dropped. And with that, we are back to...
Wait, why did the Hunter's Mark expire?
How many rounds has it been? I'm not sure.
It doesn't expire on damage.
It shouldn't be expired.
No, but it says Hunter's Mark expired.
I think it's only... This is maybe the 5th round?
Well, it was on the captain. We killed the captain.
Yeah, but then it was...
she has to use a bonus action to actually move the hunter's mark to another.
Yeah, she did.
Well,
so it should last.
did,
It should last 10 rounds total, so she can reapply the hunter's mark to him if we make it to her turn again.
Well, after where it says expired, it does look like it was added.
Oh, it was added, but it should still be... But the damage, it should stay on. It doesn't just... It's not like just 1d6 pop and then it goes away. You still have...
Did
and
it
lasts for
reapply
an
the
hour.
effect? Like, is the effect applying every round? Is that how it's set up?
It applied the damage. It just needs to be back on him, basically.
Yeah, we can redo that when it's Zaleria's turn. Because, like, it doesn't affect your attacks, just hers, right?
Yeah, it's just hers.
Or if she wants to do it now, we can drag it the hunter's mark to him again. Because, yeah, I think you have at least 5 more rounds before it
Uh,
expires normally.
it lasts for an hour, so she's
Oh, for
got
an
like
hour?
so she's
Oh,
got like
yeah. I forgot.
592 more rounds of it.
Okay, so this one lone little dinky pirate guy who's left, he's going to shoot at Renard. Because what else can you do? And he misses. Brighton!
You're not moving anymore. Damn it. That is my turn.
Roanweave is going to take a shot with his crossbow at the last pirate. And he hits. Thank God. Thank the host. And he drops that pirate. So it's just you and this pirate deck wizard.
Nissha disappeared.
A whole bunch of people disappeared.
Oh, crap. I'll fix it. Apparently, if I scroll, it does things. I scrolled like just where I guess the what do you call it? The alley condition, whatever mood is. Aggro. Let me look a second. Oh, this deck wizard is so bad. I was like, how does he not have Thunderwave? He doesn't have Thunderwave. So, he Misty Steps again.
Chicken.
Is that what a chicken is?
Yes. Yes, it is.
And it's Nissa's turn again.
I'm getting tired of chasing him around the deck. Oh my god, these 5s.
The offhand hit. And you drop him.
Then I kick him in the side, too.
With one last gurk. The deck wizard collapses, bleeding at your feet. You have defeated the crew of the Rusty Princess, this ship full of blood-tide pirates. Renar tells you he's pretty sure that they were in the employ of the bugbear Hazadil, trying to intercept this chest of treasures that you have retrieved successfully from the salvage operation. You take some time to heal your wounds. Let me give you a long rest. And
we want to loot the ship too.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. So,
Yay.
Because of your assistance and because Renar is so pleased with what you have done in perilous conditions, he allows you to loot anything you can find from the ship. And they're going to come back and tow this vessel into harbor once they have something that's more suitable for towing, because the cog's a little bit small for it. Likewise, Kit Kat and Izzy descend from the airship and the airship continues on its way. And they tell you that Lars' crew saw the approaching pirate ship, and rather than continue on his way to Stormreach like he intended, his conscience couldn't let him turn his back on pirates. So they came back. He came back to assist with that, and everything turned out working out for the best. And in terms of saving Izzy and Kit Kat from drowning in the sea. But he has continued on to Stormreach as he originally intended. And when he returns to Korthos at the end of the Festival of the Thaw, if you have completed the investigation of the research and development section of the Cannith Manufactory, the airship will again be at your disposal for travel if you want to investigate the island on the map that you attained that that Isabel, your spirit guardian, is so interested in. Treasure, though. After searching all the decks and the bodies, you pull up loot from this vessel. There are various and sundry. I mean, if anybody needs to like add to their arrows or their bolts, if they use crossbows, or if they want like a random cutlass or longsword, there are plenty available. There are a couple hand crossbows if you want one of those.
Are there any ball bearings or anything along those lines?
Ball bearings?
Or rocks or...
Oh yeah, certainly. Like
Very small cannonballs.
Yeah, very small cannonballs. Like there's some ball bearings somewhere, I'm sure, that was used in terms of repairs and mechanics of the ship itself. Rocks, you're going to have to get to dry land for rocks. But this is me
ball
not...
bearings are fine.
But in terms of what you find on the ship, you find a lot of stuff. And in your party loot, in the inventory on your party sheet, you'll see everything. There was you found 19 platinum pieces, 151 gold, 423 silver pieces, and 61 copper is the amount of coin you looted from the bodies and the ship. In addition, you found several gems, 3 bolts of silk, a box of turquoise animal figurines, which I guess you can make bolas out of turquoise figurines, but they'd be like pretty pricey. You found some collectibles like a brass censer and a small wooden idol, a crystal decanter, some candlesticks, a strange pair of goggles, a javelin that looks exceptional, like it's not the standard typical javelin that Brighton has been used to like trying to throw around. It has a lightning bolt etched on its side, but other than that, you're not quite sure. It just seems to have a bit of a glowy power about it. There is a longbow that also looks like it has some magical properties.
I will take that.
A few magical like rings that you can't quite tell, but they have some arcane runes etched onto the side, and they seem to match. It's a matched pair. You find a Isabrix dragon shard and, you know, various collectibles and gems. Any of the things that aren't immediately identifiable, you can take them to the quartermaster and see if she can tell you what they are. Otherwise, they'll take it and identify. So I heard Zaleria say longbow.
Yeah, if no one else, I don't think anyone else needs it, right?
You're probably the go-to for longbows, being the ranger.
Yeah.
Anyone proficient or otherwise using javelin?
Proficient? Yes. Using? No.
Yeah, same.
I'll put Brighton's name on the
I'll
javelin.
pass on it as well. I would be interested in the rings if no one else wants.
I think I would want to know what they do before I should. I personally
That's
would
reasonable.
am showing interest just because they might be better for someone.
I'll put Aleran's name on them, and you can like investigate it. But there are two
Mhm.
that seem to be
Okay.
identical
I didn't
in
mean to take the moonstone.
in the symbols. You could take the moonstone.
I mean, okay.
It might be a collectible. It might be a gem. I don't know. I should double check which things are, because the gems, the union does get a cut.
Are we spreading the collectibles around, or are we just kind of dumping them all into one location?
I don't have any interest in the collectibles.
I have quite a few in here.
Oh, there were some goggles that you couldn't quite tell exactly what the goggles were for at first glance.
I'm thinking same thing. We want to find out what they are and before we determine who they'd be best for.
Yeah, but right now we're basically just clearing out the
Because you can't
parcel.
leave this stuff on. If you leave it on the ship, you're leaving it basically for
Oh,
whoever
okay, got
tows it in to take.
So it'll be whoever is carrying it until it gets identified, basically.
So how much stuff do I have in my handy sack besides the wine?
Just the wine.
Is there still space?
For odds and ends, like you probably couldn't fit the javelin in there. Maybe you could fit the javelin in there because it's like a portable hole. And you got a crate in there already, and it's just like a little pouch on your hip with a
Gotcha.
large opening.
Okay.
So yeah, you could fit a javelin and a bunch of other crap in there. Just probably not a full like chest the size of the one you just pulled off of the ship. You probably couldn't fit that much in, but you could fit a whole lot of incidentals.
If no one else has any interest in the collectibles, I can just dump them into. I'll dump them into my inventory,
I'm fine with that.
just
So
so
there's
we're.
Okay.
about 170 gold worth of gems. The silk is worth about 150 gold. The figurines are worth about 250 gold. At like full price, you probably have to sell them for whatever your union bonuses. And the candlesticks are worth like 20 gold pieces.
I say if there's room in the haversack or whatever Brighton's carrying, we just dump it all in there until we get a chance to actually find someone to offload it on.
So, Bonnie, I have 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm carrying the La Lagarta egg still.
Yes.
Okay, did I have to like roll for that, or have we
You've already
not gotten...
rolled for this day, technically.
Okay, that makes sense. And then
it's getting dark now. It's dark. So in the morning. Well, I guess technically, because I did give you a long rest, didn't I? So you can go ahead and do
Yeah.
an animal handling roll or nature, whatever's the best. And you're good.
Okay, and then also so I got the refined longbow from the ship.
Mhm.
And I noticed that, so I should have a +2 for proficiency, a +3 for my dexterity modifier, and then I have ability for archery is my weapon fighting style. So I think I get another +2. So like my other longbow is +7, but the refined longbow is only +5. So I was wondering why.
Wait, do you have it equipped?
Maybe that's why. How do you
Oh, you know
know if
what?
it's
It's
equipped?
probably, it might be like doing it might be, let me try something. It might be just because it's not identified and it's not showing you anything different. I'm going to experiment on a different character.
Is it because it's unidentified and not quite registering as a longbow?
Well, it says it's a ranged weapon, so I would assume
Right.
it would.
Well, just because it's a ranged weapon, like a throwing dagger is a ranged weapon, but that won't apply to your longbow uh, combat style.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
When I do it on another character, it's not showing as any different on this character, and I think that's because it's secret still. Yeah, as soon as I identify what it is, the bonus, the benefits of it appear. So I think it's because you don't have it identified yet.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you can tell that it's like magical. It seems like it is of a finer quality than the longbows that you are used to carrying around. It's finer than any longbow you have had before. Oh, did I totally take? I totally took them away when I was
Yeah.
testing it.
Thief!
Well, see, when you put the longbow back, now it says +5 for the regular longbow as well, and I'm pretty sure it should be a +7.
Oh, oh, I know because we did that manually with your archery. Okay, I guess we did do that manually.
So do you want me to?
Because you have +2 damage, right? Let me look at your ability.
Yeah, I should. Oh, um,
Yeah, you gain
not.
+2 to bonus to attack rolls you make with ranged weapons. Oh, I guess we did
Yeah.
do that manually. Now I am cluing into the whole deal. Yes, we did do it manually. So it should be +7 for both of them at the moment. Oh, let me see if I can do it. No. Do you want me to just I can
Just distribute it, auto.
the union's cut is going to be between the gems. Oh, the union's cut total is going to be like 90 gold out of this. So I'm going to drop it down to 61, and then I'll just split it amongst you equally.
Okay, because I have a good sizable chunk of party gold. So if you look in the party thing where it says 507, that's all party funds.
So I distributed, and then it ran out of stuff.
Is it giving money to Bambershoot?
That might happen. Oh, let me check.
No, I don't think it is. It gave money to Izzy and Kit Kat, though.
No, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
giving it to Bambershoot.
And what I'll do is I'll take them out so that, because everything else looks mostly in fives. Oh, I'll still do it because they're in the other sheet. Okay, let me just make it 7 and everybody gets one more. Okay. Money like rain. So you are significantly richer. It takes over the course of the it takes another 8 hours to sail back to Korthos. So it's mid-afternoon by the time you reach there. And when you do,
Did we lose you?
no, you didn't lose me. I'm like reading because I have to remind myself. When you do, Renar pays you the 2,000 gold pieces promised for retrieving the cargo, and he thanks you. And he says that you have a friend in Baldry Cardamon. If you are ever in Stormreach, you can seek assistance or information from him if you find yourself needing it. And lastly, as before, when you got your payment of 2,000 gold, as soon as it reaches your hands, 200 of it, the union's cut, disappears. So you actually get 1,800 gold pieces. And let's see, divide 7 ways. Everybody now has 257 gold pieces more.
Are you doing that automatically, or are we gonna
Oh, let me do
do
it
that
this
manually?
way.
Hey, Bonnie.
Uh-huh.
So I have 507 gold and 199 silver that are the part.
Oh,
Should I just go ahead and dump them into parcel coins, and then you take that plus the
put them in the
1,800 and
party
just...
sheet and I will split them up.
Okay.
How do you put coins
Oh,
in the
it
party
won't
sheet?
let me.
Oh, how much was it? 500 and
507 for gold pieces.
wait, 507 gold pieces?
507.
My brain won't do math now. 2307. Okay. And how much?
And 199 silver. And then I'll just wipe those off my thing.
Okay. And I'm going to distribute them. All right. So everybody should have a lot more money.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Like, I'm registering that there is over 3,000 gold across the party. And that's not even counting. You haven't actually sold any of their treasure that I know of. So I wouldn't be surprised if you had like another 1,000 gold worth of treasure that you could probably pawn off between the gems and the turquoise and the candlesticks and the silk. Do you want to just do that? Do you want me to like calculate what that is and then split it amongst you between this time and next?
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's fine.
The
Do you,
gems
do you,
included?
do you want us to dump them back into party inventory?
Nah, I'll mess with it because it's pretty late. I know what I awarded, so
Well, I'm asking so I could take it out of my inventory if we're getting rid of them.
Sure, you can delete it out of your inventory. So that's it for tonight. You will be back on Korthos when we return with both the, well, there's still a couple outstanding missions. One of them is to investigate the research and development part of the abandoned Cannith manufactory. We'll probably touch on a little bit more about what Brighton and Nissha ran into when they were away from the party. And then there's also, you can also help the garrison with like cleaning up the snowy side of the island. And there's that whole thing with the cultists in jail.
Hey, Bonnie, before we call it an evening, can we identify the rings and things that we received?
Yes. In fact, if you go to the quartermaster, both Pants and Aleran can get an identify for free with the quartermaster because you had loot karma.
Yay!
So
I don't have anything to identify.
You want to identify the rings and one other item.
Well, there was
let's
the
go for the
bow and
bow.
the javelin. Yeah.
What?
We have the javelin, the bow, the goggles, and the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my freebie on the bow.
I have the goggles, or the glasses, I think is what they're labeled as. But yeah, I want to get those in then.
Would you rather have the goggles or the bow?
Oh shoot, okay, yeah, I'll have the bow.
Well, I was going to use my freebie on the bow.
Oh, thank you. Do you
I don't have anything to identify, so...
Okay, sweet.
You discovered that the rings are rings of Misty Step. And they are bound. They allow you to Misty Step to each other. Whoever is wearing one of these rings, you can switch places in combat and flip-flop.
Oh,
so it's kind of a tactical magical item.
That is interesting.
That's cool.
So you can decide amongst yourselves who wants to be wearing the Misty Step rings. Because you'll have to coordinate with each other when you want to switch places and move. And then the bow. The bow is a +1 longbow.
Yes, I like that.
So now instead of +7, you're +8 to hit, and it does +4 damage as it's counted as a magical weapon.
Ow.
Bonnie, quick question. I've also, through our, I guess, looting process, have picked up a twisted bracelet and a vine necklace. Are those just jewelry?
Those
or
are just
do they
jewelry, if
Okay.
I remember correctly.
And okay, and if we want to identify the other items, how much would it cost?
Let me double check, because I knew that question was coming and I couldn't remember. Oh, it's not really expensive. So for Union discount is really cheap. It only costs like 17 gold pieces.
Holy cow.
Yeah, because the scroll's only 34 gold pieces. And the quartermaster knows how to use them.
Back in the day, it was 100 gold for.
I know, that's why I looked it up. I thought it was going to be 100 gold.
Like, holy cow, 17? That's
But
look.
With your Union quartermaster, it's 17. I'm sure that there would be a markup with someone who isn't Union associated.
Well, I'd chip in 17 gold pieces in order to find out what the goggles are.
Do you have the goggles in your inventory?
Wait, I thought I was
no,
using my freebie to get the goggles.
Well, you didn't get a freebie. You rolled badly.
Oh, whoops.
So it's only the two people who had loot karma today, because they rolled well in the tower.
Okay, then
Where-
I mean, Brighton,
where-
I can pay the.
Where are the goggles, though? Whose inventory has them?
They're in mine.
Zaleria. And I would imagine that Brighton might want to pay to have his javelin
Yeah,
identified
I'll
as well.
pay to have the javelin done.
So you find the goggles are eyes of minute seeing. They assist you with investigation.
Okay, and I'm paying for that, right?
So take 17 away from your
Okay.
gold. And Brighton, your javelin. Does it just say a javelin? What? It does. It doesn't say refined javelin or anything. Jeez.
Yes, just a javelin.
It's identified as a javelin of lightning.
Well, that's different.
It's kind of cool, I think. In that not only can you do lightning damage to an enemy, but you can create a line of lightning between you and them. And that lightning will affect anyone in between you and your target. If I'm reading it correctly.
Very interesting.
Yep. You throw it, speak the command word, it becomes a lightning bolt, and you can actually have it leave a trail of lightning bolt behind it that would affect people in that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, isn't that the lightning bolt bit a one shot kind of thing?
Per day.
Oh, per day. Okay.
Yeah. And that's everything, right? All right.
Quick, the effect that Brighton picked up, the blue boils or whatever, we had gotten antitoxin previously. Would that be something that would address that?
You try the antitoxin on Brighton, and it does not clear his boils.
Okay.
And actually, I'd almost forgotten about it until you said something.
Ooh. Quartermaster, Artifice, Alchemical, and Clerical services are available through any union local to members in good standing.
And you are in good standing.
Now, my boil's, starting to grow on me, so I thought maybe I'd just name it Susan.
I'm failing to find the info I needed. Because I need to, find out the, All right. So, roll a d4.
Potion.
Oh, dear.
You never want to hear the doctor say that.
After your second long rest, when you wake up, the boils have spread. You're feeling much weaker. And you're beginning to give off the smell that the rest of the party is finding unbearable. It's kind of like rotted fish. This disease at the moment is giving you -4 to your con and charisma.
Wow.
Ow.
At the end of your next long rest, you can make a Constitution saving throw to see if you just naturally fight off the effects of the disease. Otherwise, you're going to need to find some healing services at Korthos. Now, your union normally has healing services. Those are being supported by the Temple of the Sovereign Host and the Temple of the Flame. So I'm not sure how much like a remove disease might cost. Actually, that might just be a lesser restoration.
So is there a way to reflect the -4 as a temp?
You would have to. Oh, I think I do have something for that. I won't hold you guys up because I think I can do an effect for that. I know I can do it for like AC and stuff, so I'm pretty sure that I can do it somehow for ability scores as well.
Okay.
Oh, but a lesser resto should cure this. Let me just make sure it doesn't say anything about curse being involved. No. So actually, didn't I share like potions and stuff? Because I think the quartermaster might actually store lesser resto potions.
Not that I saw on our. Like we have healing, greater healing, climbing and water breathing, scrolls of protection from evil and good, jumping, create food and water, and mage armor.
Well, let's see. I have to look this up again. Maybe this is going to be the thing that's really expensive.
It's a good thing we just got a lot of money.
Oh no. See, it's because I think it's only a level 1 spell, level 2 spell.
Lesser restoration says diseases.
Yeah, it says diseases. It's not expensive. I mean, it's really cheap.
As long as it's not a curse.
And actually, I think, wait. Does Izzy have the spell?
She's a high enough level that could prepare it overnight.
I think she's a life domain, which would mean she has it automatically at a certain level.
Oh, it might be a domain spell.
She does have it. Okay. Well, no worries. Blue rot, schmoo rot. As soon as this gets worse, Izzy can cast Lesser Resto on you, and you are cured. So I guess that wasn't really a problem after all.
Yay.
It just smelled bad for a few minutes.
You just smelled bad, and Izzy's like, "Oh no, that is not cool."
That sounds like Izzy.
We'll sort that out right away. She like waves her hands and tinkle tinkle. There's some light, and the blue boils clear up. You still smell kind of bad though, but that might just be like halfling barbarian stuff.
Because they don't bathe.
Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. That's all I have for this evening.
All right, well, thank you for the run.
Enjoy your gold and loot.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Bye, Lily.
Bye.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.